And we're back. Welcome to the MHOG podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Adam, and sitting next to me is...
I'm Wayne.
And basically across the computer divide.
Yes.
I'm the Rum Guy.
Welcome back, Rum Guy.
Hey! How's it going?
I feel like this is your first episode back.
This is actually...
It feels like it.
This is actually the first show that you were with him on, because he's been back.
It's the only one that counts.
He's been back already.
But not all the way back.
No.
No,
But now...
partially back.
You're kind of officially back today.
I am. I'm glad I'm talking with y'all, but I'm not glad I'm sitting here. So I'd rather be sitting somewhere where there's a beach and sand. And,
well, in a couple of weeks, you probably will be.
Yeah, but it won't be the same.
The beaches of Saigon.
The beaches of Saigon.
Yeah, by Saigon we mean North Carolina.
Where Adam's favorite band's from?
Saigon Kick.
That's Saigon Kick.
I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking
knew
about.
where you were going with that, sir.
I don't, so I guess joke's on me. I don't know.
Nah,
No, it's a band. You would have liked that band, Adam.
They suck. Yeah, you would really like them.
No, they were good for that one album.
They only had one album?
That was it. They said the one album.
Really? I don't even remember. I just remember that they look like women.
Well,
yes, and you do too.
Speaking of people that look like women,
yeah.
I got a story.
Do you now? What do we have? What do we got?
Is it a happy story?
It probably ain't.
Depends on who you are.
Okay, it's one of those stories.
So the Boy Scouts have announced that they're allowing transgender children into the Boy Scouts.
Right, I heard that.
You know, which I'm excited for, you know, and I really can't wait until they start letting people who identify as dogs into the pet shows.
I think one day they will. Why not?
I mean, where's the limit? Like, if you can if I can declare that I'm a woman and win a beauty pageant,
so wait a minute.
Then why can't, like, if Rum decides, like, I'm a Doberman, why can't he join a pet show?
I don't think Rum's a Doberman.
I don't know. There's days I kind of feel like
Rum's more like a collie.
I'm a proud dog with a large mane. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're like a collie, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah. I want to know why, if they're gonna allow that to happen. What if I say I'm an adult baby? Can I go to the
Well, you heard about the guy
the changing table in the bathroom?
Did you heard about the guy that's in his 50s and decided he was a 6-year-old girl, right?
Yeah,
and lives with a family.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird, dude.
That's beyond weird. That is mental.
Like I don't understand all this mental problems.
Why not just let everybody out of the mental institutions? I think that's
they have, Ron.
They already
did.
Problem. They already did, Ron. They're all out there now.
We all need our own Arkham Asylum.
We do.
Yeah.
I mean, look. If, as I've said many times, if you're a grown adult and let's say you're a man, you decide you're a woman, you want to live your life that way. As long as you're honest with people, like as I've said many times, sooner or later there's going to be something where you're going to hear a story where some guy thought he was going out with a girl, like gets his dick sucked and sees another dick and like murders that person.
Yeah, he's gonna cut her fucking head off. That's what's gonna happen.
Eventually that's gonna happen, and and that's largely because we keep being told like no you can't call them trans. You don't even call them trans. They're just a woman now.
You can't say any of that. You have to be. No. It's okay.
You know what's funny is I feel that you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Pretty much.
Because if they can do whatever the fuck they want, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, why can't I insult you if I want to?
Everything, you know, it's a crazy mixed up fucking world, and I just don't get it. There are some really cool people with a bit of a different outlook on life.
Tits
that's cool.
Just say it. Tits and a dick. That's what you're saying.
That's but like you said, Adam, they're honest about it.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that makes a world of difference.
It does. It really does.
I don't, I'll talk a little bit later about a couple of arguments that I've gotten into. And my whole thing is I don't care what your perspective on the world. I don't care how different it is from mine. And if it completely disagrees with mine, that's fine. What I want from people is honesty. Don't lie. We don't live in an imaginary world. Like, that's bullshit. Just tell the truth.
I want to.
Do you live in the Matrix?
No, some people live in do
you live in Avatar?
What is it? The Cuckoo Land? The Kitty Cuckoo Land?
Cloud Cuckoo Land?
Yeah.
I saw that movie today.
Yeah, I saw you. You didn't like it.
No, where does it say that I didn't
I'm
like
just
it?
kidding. I'm just kidding because that's what people say every time you write something.
So I want to fucking slap you now.
Every-
My
every
heart
time- every
my heart
time-
rate's already elevated, like, because I got fucking morons arguing with me.
Every time Adam puts like, oh yeah, I give it like a 4 out of 5. You're like, so you fucking hated it? No.
I can't stand people.
I think it's so fucking funny, man.
The most angry movie reviewer ever.
It's a 4 out of 5. Oh, it must be terrible. What the fuck are you talking about? You know,
I would waste your time then. It was just 4 out of 5.
It was great, dude. It was. I wanted to post something
people.
on there, but I didn't.
I want to kill you now.
No, it's
but anyway,
you know, and a good example of somebody who's, you know, doing their own thing but being honest. And I just happened to be, and I think I brought them up before a while ago, but I was going through YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you look for something that's either going to make you really happy, really sad, or really angry for no apparent reason. You know what I mean? You're just looking for that thing to go, ooh, what the fuck is this? I got to see this. Ooh, that pisses me off. Yeah, I sometimes do that just, you know, to get a different emotion for that moment. Anyway, it was somebody arguing about politics or something. I was like, all right, I'll watch it. So I clicked it, and here to find out, they're actually very, very intelligent on the subjects, and she's a he. And I thought, whoa, that's really bizarre. They're very, very different way of looking at things, and they have videos against other people that, like other transgender people that are
You're not allowed to say that, you transphobe fuck.
You're a
She's a she. She was just born in the wrong body.
Actually,
you are literally ignorant Hitler,
and that's cool to use that label in that term.
A transphobe.
You are
anyway,
literally
the person's name is Blair White.
Nice.
And they're on. If you get a chance,
is she in a movie called The Blair White Project?
That would be so awesome.
That was not.
And it's kind of like a mixture of.
You got a 10 on that one, Adam.
It's kind of a mixture of the Blair Witch and Project One Ray.
But anyway, yeah, check them out because they have some interesting opinions on a lot of the subjects that we've talked about, and it's like, wow, you wouldn't expect that opinion from that person, but very cool. Anyway,
nice.
I mean, Caitlyn Jenner voted for Donald Trump. So,
yeah.
You know, well,
I don't even that one. I don't even count. I don't know
why, because Caitlyn Jenner's probably not really transgender, and or at least not mentally, and it's probably all an act because
he's a cross-dresser.
He's a crazy person. Well, no, the tits are real, and he got surgery to like shave down his bones and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he did all that.
Remember the old Beauty and the Beast TV show?
The Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
The one with Ron Perlman.
Linda.
Yeah, that's what he looks like now.
Linda Hamilton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
How dare you?
He looks like Linda Hamilton?
He is a beautiful
Ron
woman.
Perlman.
Oh, Ron Perlman. I thought you said he looks like Linda Hamilton. I was like, that's fucked up for Linda Hamilton.
No, you know who he looks like? He looks kind of like Rene Russo. And it's fucking disturbing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We're back to Ray Ray.
Okay.
Yeah. That's her street name.
Did you just call Rene Russo Ray Ray?
He did. He actually
First
did.
of all, wouldn't it be Ray Roo?
Ray Roo, what's up? That sounds like some.
Did you like how I said it like Scooby Doo?
I was gonna say that sounded like some kind of accident Scooby Doo did. Oh fuck, man!
But you said you had another story there, Adam.
Yeah, I was just talking when I came in because y'all were pissed at me because I was messaging.
I wasn't pissed. No.
Sorry, Wayne was kind of pissed at me.
No, I wasn't mad. I wasn't really mad at all. I just said, well, we gotta wait till Adam's finished. That's all.
I just I need to like step away from the internet because like I was saying earlier. Like,
that's what I think you need to do.
My whole thing is like I just want people to be honest. Like
it's not gonna happen.
If you disagree with me, I'm fine with that.
Did you fall down?
But like, let's have an honest representation of what is going on because like, and I'll use Donald Trump as an example. Donald Trump does bad shit. Period. Right. He's done some bad shit. He's done some good shit, and he's done some bad shit. But the last week has been fucking retarded on his end. But he does bad shit, so you should be able to say, hey, Donald Trump just does this, this, and this, which is true. So that's why I think he should not be president, and he's terrible. And even if you want to go so far as to say we should impeach him for this, this, and this. Instead, what people do is make up a bunch of bullshit about him that isn't true, that he hasn't done wrong.
Right.
Why do you need to do that? Because you are a fucking asshole. Like,
because
that's
fun. It's fun to do that.
Pause. I want to know, give as an example, because I may not know or I may know.
Okay, I'll give you an example. The one that I was just arguing with someone with, the Muslim ban thing. Okay. So this guy, so Piers Morgan was on Bill Maher's show, and I saw a clip of it. And I don't like Piers Morgan.
You're one of them I don't care for.
Bill Maher I don't like, but at least I think
I don't know who Piers Morgan is.
Piers Morgan is this English guy that had a talk show on CNN. That
is he the guy who's like on HBO now or something?
And he used to be on X Factor. Or
yeah. He's got like some kind of HBO thing now.
Okay, maybe
I
he
know.
does.
I know you're talking about.
He got kicked off of CNN.
They made a pop for him.
He
pretty
oh
fun.
really?
Yeah. They
Jesus
actually have
Christ.
one for him. Because I didn't know who it was, so I had to look it up.
He was on now. Bill Maher I don't particularly like, but the one thing I'll give him that I won't give a lot of like leftist like comedy pundits is that Bill Maher stands behind what he says. He doesn't go back later and be like, well, I'm a comedian, you can't judge me. That's what Jon Stewart does. Because Jon Stewart's a fucking pussy. Donald Trump was right when he called Jon Stewart a pussy. Even though that's a fucking weird thing to say. But Bill Maher stands behind what he says, but he does lie too. Like in I want to say October, he did this incredible speech on his show. Unbelievable how honest it was for the most part. He basically goes on his show and says, we lied. Everyone on the left lied about people like John McCain and Mitt Romney, that we said they were racist, they were Nazis, they hated women. None of those things were true. We knew they weren't true. That said, it's different this time and Donald Trump is a Nazi. Which you can't give him totally, but at least he was honest for whatever reason.
Right, he dropped the ball. He's like, look, I got to tell it like it is.
But he's back to calling people Nazis. So he had he had Piers Morgan on. He had an A-list comedian named Jim Jeffries, who, if you've never heard of, he's very, very good. He's very funny, but he's another far left whatever. So they're talking about the thing, and they're like, Muslim ban. It's not a Muslim ban. So somebody posted the clip, Nick Branch, one of the guys from DisAfterDark, and I commented on it and said, look, I don't like Piers Morgan, but he's right, and it doesn't matter if Jim Jeffries is funnier than him. So yeah, it's kind of funny hearing Jim Jeffries tell Piers Morgan to go fuck himself, but it's four people ganging up on one guy who's just being reasonable. He's not even saying I like Donald Trump or I agree with him.
He's just saying,
and they're
what
just jumping his shit and like now you're a conservative and all this shit. Completely dishonest bullshit. Piers Morgan does not lean right of center in any way, shape, or form. He is far left. In fact, he's English, so he's not even. It's not even the same political system.
Not even Pierce Brosnan.
So he's not even Pierce. Well, no one's Pierce Brosnan.
Exactly.
Because Pierce Brosnan is beautiful.
He's so sexy.
Anyway, fucking Remington Spiel, bitch. Spiel.
Remington Spiel.
I don't know why I went with Spiel.
Because that's
Remington
even better.
Steele.
That's a great one. Remington Spiel.
That's the name of the show, Remington Spiel.
Yes.
So, like, they're ganging up on him, and all he's saying is, like, it's not a Muslim ban. That's not what it is. And he's right. He's 100% right. So this guy starts arguing. He's like, it is a Muslim ban, blah, blah, blah. So I asked him 3 questions. I said, how many times is the word Muslim mentioned in the executive order? The answer is 0.
0, fuckers.
I said, what percentage of the countries mentioned? I think there's 7 countries. It's either 7 or 9.
7.
It's 7?
It's 7.
How many? What percentage of the population in those countries is Muslim? I don't know the exact numbers, but I know Syria is roughly 10% Christian, which means it's not 100% one way. The odds are those other countries have other things besides Christians.
Right.
So at the very least, it's not 100% Muslim, which is the other end of it that's relevant. And I said, well, if it's only for 120 days, how is it a ban? Answer is it's not.
Because if it was a ban, it'd be forever.
Yes.
It'd be like,
now, you could argue it's a temporary ban, but that's not what they're arguing. They're arguing it's racism to keep out Muslims.
Wish it was a rock band.
And the guy starts arguing with me and like lies about.
Bounced to be a rubber band.
Yeah.
I think we already have a rock band.
Yeah, we do.
All we hear is pop music these days.
That's hallelujah, baby. That's what I'm saying.
But so the guy starts arguing with me, and he can't answer the question. He can't answer any of the questions, so I actually answered it for him. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to keep arguing with this person because my blood pressure's up. But like I said, it's the dishonesty. Like, it's not a Muslim ban. The reason that you keep hearing people who hate Donald Trump call it a Muslim ban is because it allows them to call him a racist.
Right.
That's it.
Primarily the mainstream media is the one really fueling.
It's not just the mainstream media. There's a lot of like radicals in this country on the left.
Oh yeah, I mean, but they're the one constantly poking the fire right now. And besides,
You're right, but
if you want to talk about total on the thing of racism, that boils down to their whole system. Actually, the first recorded purchase of slaves was through the Muslim invasion during Spain, where they requested for I can't remember his name, but I know it was Muhammad something rather. 300 virgin blonde slave women is what, and it just went through. There was an entire period from the 1400s up until now. They have been pretty much waging war against all the different areas of the world, and that's basically. I'm sorry if we're trying to keep some people out and trying to like go back and say, oh, we got to clean up the area a little bit. We got to figure out who's right, who's wrong. Are you good? Are you here? You're not a terrorist? Awesome. You're okay. You? No, not so much. We can't figure out what you're doing. That's what you're going to have to do. I mean, that's just a thing. And some decisions are bad. I mean, they look bad, but a lot of times they're necessary too.
I need to see where you can get 300 blonde virgins.
I don't know. It's a written document. I watched the whole thing on it, and I actually looked all this stuff up. I was like, you know what? I hear so much about it. I want to know
that
more.
definitely doesn't exist today.
Oh, I know where you can get that. MSNBC.
Oh.
That was a political joke.
I think Fox News has.
But speaking of like just dishonesty and all that, I got into an argument with this chick that goes to PSI the other day, and I didn't want to get into an argument with her. She's a nice girl. I try to pretty much leave her be.
You never really want to get into arguments with people. People
kind of start shit with me, and I have my problem is that I can't just let shit go. And that's a character flaw. That's my fault. I should just walk away, but instead I'm like Marty McFly, and Biff just called me chicken, and I'm like,
I think
bitch,
you're more like,
nobody calls me chicken, Biff. Nobody. I deserve that.
It's like the song from Kenny.
I wish you guys could have seen that.
What, when I started coughing?
No, when you were doing the whole fist thing, it was beautiful.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
I was doing the fisting thing.
Yeah, there's going to be unpopular decisions. The guy's been in office for 3 weeks. He was voted into office, and you know what? He's there now. He's going to let him see what they didn't. I mean, they started this fucking thing before he even got in office. I'm not a huge Trump guy.
It's their fault that he's there.
I didn't really vote for the guy, but I didn't want to vote for Hillary either.
It is their fault, but the problem is like they'll just go to, well, it's your fault that this happened, and it doesn't matter. I don't care whose fault it is.
I want to stick my foot up of Alec Baldwin's asshole right now because he's really pissing me off. Him and Madonna.
I would pay to see you stick your foot up Alec Baldwin's asshole.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'd rather stick my foot up Alec Baldwin's asshole than Madonna.
I was gonna say you wouldn't get your foot back.
I figure like it would just disappear
Yeah.
into an infinite void because that woman's holes. They just
you would like put your foot there and it would go past your knee.
But anyway, what is Piers Moore? I mean, what is
Pierce Brosnan?
God damn it, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, well, he was out when was a couple weeks ago when he was standing out in New York, basically inciting a riot. That if
they're all doing that.
For the most part, said if they asked you to do something, don't do it. Rise up, get this president out. Anybody tries to tell you anything different, do the exact opposite. Well, and he was just going on. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what that is? That's like fucking communism you're talking about, motherfucker.
It is.
That's anarchy bullshit.
They're all about that. There's. Do you know who Lexi Alexander is?
Yeah,
a porn star.
He does nails over by the Walgreens.
Sounds like a porn star to me.
Lexi Alexander was the woman who directed Punisher Warzone.
Nice.
The second Punisher movie that it's less well known, but it's more gory.
Yeah. Heard that was really good.
I heard it was, well,
I've never seen
I didn't hear it was good. I heard it was very, very entertaining.
Yeah,
it's supposedly very bad.
But what is her thing?
So there was those riots a couple weeks ago at the
Double anal.
No, wait, I'm sorry. Confusing stories. Did y'all hear about the story about the supposed Nazi getting punched?
By Shia LaDouche?
No.
No, I didn't see that.
There's a guy named Richard Sherman who was doing an interview somewhere, I don't remember where, and a black dude in a hoodie runs up and like punches him in the face.
Nice.
The reason that the black dude punched him was because somebody said he was a Nazi. Now, Richard Sherman's not a Nazi. He's a white nationalist, and there's an important distinction between those things. White nationalists aren't specifically violent. Because there's a difference between white nationalists and white supremacists. White nationalists are just like, hey, we want America to be white. Now, that's a shitty opinion. I don't agree with it at all. But if you're not being violent, you're just stupid. Well, there's a lot of people like that. But somebody said he was a Nazi, so he got punched in the face. Now, a large amount, obviously not all, but a large amount of people on the left were like, awesome, you punched a Nazi. And everyone else who's reasonable was like, hey, the guy, A, might not even be a Nazi, and B, even if he was, if he hasn't done anything wrong other than being an asshole, you shouldn't be allowed to punch him in the face. That's criminal.
And the other half were going, let's all go punch Nazis.
Yes, well, that's exactly what it was. And in fact, there were people saying, like, laughing hysterically at all these racists telling me, like, I'm not allowed to punch a Nazi or whatever. Just dumb shit. Well, Lexi Alexander took that and took it to the logical extension, which she said, we're past the point of arguing about whether or not we're allowed to punch Nazis. We're at the point where we're going to punch people who defend the Nazis.
I'm finding it
which basically means she would punch Gandhi and Martin Luther King in the face if they were still around, because both of those people would disagree with punching Nazis if they haven't done anything, because they both supported nonviolence.
Most people, I hope they realize, on the grand scheme of things, on the large global network of life, the Nazi Party is gone.
At least in its purest form. They're neo-Nazis, but they're not the same thing.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, to me, everybody, and there's Nazis. I was like, you might as well say, hey, let's find all the pagans and the witches that are practicing a different religion, and let's go burn them at the stake, because, that's what you do to witches. You burn them at the stake. It's
how dare you
insensitive
fuck! I was just worshiping Ula last night. I had a ton of sex magic with my friend Richard, in which we had a lot of drugs.
Not in a weird way.
That almost sounds like Rum's.
Not in a faggy way.
That almost sounds like Rum's game night.
But that's what it all is to me. Everybody running around calling everybody Nazis is no different than calling people throughout history, calling them witches or calling them whatever. I mean, it's all the same thing. They're just looking for a quote unquote witch hunt, somebody else to hate, somebody else to put the blame on, instead of just going, oh, look at them, okay, they're being dumbasses, let's all ignore them. No, let's go over, cross the railroad tracks, go up the hill, go to their house, beat the fuck out of them, leave, and go, haha, look what I did. That makes no fucking sense. And then you wonder why those people rally into a group, find some innocent person that had nothing to do with that incident, but all of a sudden fucks them over, and you're outraged about it? You're the one that started it.
Yeah, and we've seen that. There were riots 2 weeks ago. It wasn't just destruction of property. People got attacked.
Yeah.
One guy had to be pulled away because a mob was beating him mercilessly because he went to go see someone that you may or may not agree with, but wasn't doing anything wrong, wasn't inciting violence. I
didn't go around punching people that said they voted for Obama.
No, I didn't. I wasn't really happy about it, only because I didn't like his politics. Didn't give a shit what color he was.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. It's like I didn't. Well, I mean,
this is what it boils down to. People aren't liking Trump's politics. Well, apparently somebody did because he's in office.
Trump's largely Democrat politics, by the way.
Right, exactly.
He is in fact a populist Democrat. Period.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a little better on border security
than most.
He's not actually. He's theoretically stronger on terrorism than Obama. Not really, because he's really. It doesn't matter.
We haven't seen this sort of fucking idiocy when it comes to politics since the protests in Vietnam War.
Yeah, pretty much.
There was a really good reason to protest. Don't get me wrong, but people took it too far.
Yeah.
And the only retaliation to get it under control were fucking police-controlled cities at that time. And that's what it took. And unfortunately, if they keep going the way they're going, that's exactly what's going to happen again. And you think you got fucking civil liberties strapped on right there? You're not going to have a fucking thing to do with it. You're going to be beaten in the fucking street because you can't keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. I think a lot of them need that, though.
Every right that is written on a piece of paper that we look to for this Constitution can be just as easily ratified or taken away. It is a privilege to live in the United States. It is not your right to live in the United States.
Yep.
You're
and
speaking.
if you're going to be a member of the United States, you have to go through proper channels. You have to do what everybody else did. I don't want to hear this, well, we're all immigrants bullshit. Yeah, everybody that fucking was in my family had to go through Ellis Island. They didn't come fucking crossing a wall, going up through Canada, going to Turkey, through Syria, taking a boat over. They're not doing that shit. That fucking woman that was on the TV today voted 5 times during the presidential election. Another woman they were going boo-hoo about, she was a fucking convicted felon. They just deported her, even though her children are in the fucking U.S. Who fucking cares? She fucking stole security cards and everything else, stole people's identity, have been living here for 12 years, taking money, not paying taxes. Guess what, motherfucker? You go back.
Yeah, America, motherfucker.
Yeah!
You go fucking back.
I
don't have to fucking put up with it. I tell you what.
If you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Adam, you're passing it to me. God damn it.
Woo!
Somebody gets in my fucking face one more time. Like the fucking woman
Wayne
that
would like
almost, she comes over to my car. I have my window down. And you know, it was a couple weeks ago, you had said somebody came up to you and said, you need to check your white privilege?
Yeah.
She pulled up at a fucking red light to me and looked at me. I wasn't looking at her. I'm just fucking driving. She goes, you white privilege motherfucker, and hit the horn.
Yeah, you white privileged bastard.
You know what Karma did, though, which was really nice, is she decided she was going to I gunned the engine just because I wanted to. She gunned the engine, and it turned green. She popped it, made the left to go down one of the one-way streets. There was a car parked. She hit it.
Ah, that's beautiful.
That's fucking karma.
That's beautiful. I thought you were going to say you bought a couch from her.
By the way, Rum, Wayne would like to ask you to stop tapping on the table.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I think it adds to
I was afraid to interrupt you, frankly.
To the vigor. It's good. It's good.
And, hey, I got a funny story. You want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
It'll change the mood, now that I just scared all of our listeners away.
America.
This is what they come here for.
So, as you know, I'm transitioning to a new job.
That's not all you're transitioning.
You're transitioning.
That new job.
We're
We're trying to train
You're right,
people
Rum.
coming
You're right.
in to
Go ahead,
see
Rum.
if they can do the job, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we had a guy come in, and he was pretty nervous. You could tell he's nervous. He was like pacing back and forth. He just had that look on his face.
Yeah.
And he's filling out the application and stuff. And he said, he saw I worked there and everything. And anyway, I'm talking, and he says, you got any tips, so I can get this job? And I said, well, do you have any experience? He said, yeah, I got some. I was like, all right, well, so you just got to pay attention to detail, the typical stuff. Give him all the information, like you need to do work orders, you got to complete your work orders, you got to do all this stuff. And then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to fucking mess with this guy, just play it out, see what happens. He'll probably won't believe me anyway. I said, and we use radio communication a lot. So if, there's going to be a time where you need to leave what you're doing and go, but you need to let somebody know you're not in your location. So you have to say, instead of getting on the radio going, hey, I need to go take a leak, or hey, I need to, because it broadcasts pretty loud at the front desk, so you just don't want people thinking you're all being crass on the radio.
So don't yell out, I have anal warts into the microphone.
Yeah, so he says, well, what do you do? I said, well, we've got a code word. It's kind of funny, but, you use it, and then they know that you're going to be away because you're going to the restroom for whatever reason. He said, well, what's the word? I said, you get on the radio and go, like, say it's talking to Craig, like, hey, Craig. He'll go, yeah. You go, PeekABoo. He goes, PeekABoo? I said, yeah, PeekABoo. It's funny. I said, it's a word, but, then we know what's going on. But that's the word right now that we have to use a word like that due to FAA regulations. He's like, oh, okay, all right. So he's pacing around. Anyway, he's going to the bathroom while he's waiting and everything. So he goes back to talk to Craig. Craig's sitting at the desk, and Craig's doing the official interview with this guy.
Craig ain't got nothing else
he's got to fill out paperwork and stuff. He's filling out papers, doing like a little test.
He ain't got a job.
And he looked at Craig and went, and he looked at me, and I happened to walk in. He looked at me, and I nodded at him, and he went, oh, and he put his pen down and looked at Craig and kind of pointed at him and said, PeekABoo. And he gets up and leaves. And I'm chuckling to myself. I can't believe this. I just did that. And so he comes back. So his nerves are really, really bad. I mean, he's really nervous about this interview. he comes back in, and I'm going to hang out in the office. I want to see what happens when he comes back. So he's sitting there, and it's quiet for another like 5 minutes. He goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Craig goes, "What's that?" And he goes, "PeekABoo." And he gets up and he leaves. And Craig gets up and he walks out of his office. He's looking around, looks at me, and goes, "What the fuck is PeekABoo?" I said, I don't know. I have no idea. So he comes back in, and Craig's really, really laid back, kind of a nice guy. He's real pleasant. He doesn't want to ask a weird question. Maybe the guy's got a weird quirk or something. So guy's sitting down, and now it's a little bit longer now. He's done with the test, and they're talking, and they're going through stories of what they did or what he's done in the past and stuff like that. He goes, "Oh, my nerves are just shot." He goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm not good at interviews." He gets up and he goes, "PeekABoo." Hey, Craig looks at him and went, "Well, I see you. I see you." And he goes, "I'll be right back." He goes, "Okay." And he didn't ask. He said, finally, the guy leaves. Craig goes, I don't understand. So he goes to the front desk. He talks to the director of the entire operation. Goes, "This guy came in. He's a nice guy, really nervous, but he kept looking at me going, 'PeekABoo.'" And she was like, "What?" He goes, "PeekABoo." She goes, "They're laughing now." He goes, "Was he behind the desk peeking out? What was he doing?" He just look at me, point, and go, "PeekABoo," and he walk out. So the director, Joyce, I've known her for years, and she looked at me, and I'm laughing. She goes, "Wait a minute, Justin, what is PeekABoo? What is this?" And then I had to tell him. I told her. And Craig was like, "Oh my God, that guy is so stupid."
That's the best.
I don't know. You had me going. I thought maybe that is what they do.
This poor son of a bitch was
it's
like,
just hysterical because this guy just kept going, "PeekABoo," and then they go to the bathroom.
"PeekABoo."
So he has to come in for a second interview. I can't wait for this one.
You should have taken that one to your grave.
I know, but now it's a running joke over there. Now every time.
No, when that dude
you know what, Rome?
Uh-huh.
When he's there, you need to do that in front of him and make it look even more real.
Yeah, you walk up to your boys and you talk to him from Phoenix. Go, "Hey man, PeekABoo."
But this is what you do. Listen to me. This is what you do. Let Craig in on it. That's the guy's name?
Yeah, Craig.
Tell Craig, all right, I'm going to stand here when you're doing the interview. I'm going to look at you and say PeekABoo and walk off. And when I do, you look at the interview guy and say, "What the fuck was that about?"
Yeah, now that would be awesome.
That would be hysterical. That would
and just have him pretend like he doesn't remember the guy saying PeekABoo and just be like,
and then that's when
"Why did he say PeekABoo?"
And that's when the guy's gonna go, "He had to go to the bathroom, man." I'm like, what?
Well, I think we've also talked about something similar to that too, which I think we're going to do that as well because it's funny. And also, I wanted to throw something else in there, maybe like a hand gestures or something like that. So when I walk,
you were
and
saying
all
a
of a sudden,
hand
for no
job, I was
apparent
like,
reason,
"That's an interesting interview."
Yeah.
I'll stand there and be like, "Oh, Craig, I'll come in and say, I don't mean to interrupt you, but up on the third floor, we've got and then I'll just like start doing a robot." And then he'll go, "Oh, fuck. Oh shit. Well, you know what to do with that." And then I'll leave. But when I leave, I'll add, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be a minute because, PeekABoo." And then I'll leave.
Dude, that would be the greatest thing in the world.
I want this filmed.
Yeah, I would say you have to.
Be so good.
What you got to do is you got to put your phone up in the corner of the room when you come in.
Wait. I got one even better. Instead of telling him
PeekABoo. If you get that shit, dude, you need to bring it to us and put it on a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Instead of saying PeekABoo, tell Craig, "Bunny hop," and then leave and have Craig like say, "Oh shit, get underneath the table. Get underneath the table right now."
Or we could turn it kind of Monty Python, and when someone says bunny hop, then the other person goes, "All right," and they actually hop away.
Yeah.
That would be fun. See if I just think it'd be hysterical. This guy,
I kind of want to work at your work now.
So impressionable.
Just to fuck with people, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. Anyway, I thought that was a funny story.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's one of my favorite stories in a while.
That was pretty awesome.
We'll have to mark that down for best of 2017.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We have to actually start marking down shit because
it was really hard last time, wasn't it?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
It was very hard. In fact, my favorite was Rum, who was like, I think episode 338 had a really good one. Go look at that one. What?
Well, and and it's awful because then you after you get it done, you're like, oh shit, but that one was really good too. Oh, that one was good.
No, because I have a bad memory for shit like that. Like, very few things stand out to me over the test of time.
Adam doesn't remember. When we leave here, he's gonna forget.
Yeah, true.
That's true. It's why I listen to the show, because I'm like, oh, I don't remember saying that. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my big story. I find it funny that because I guess I have at times I can pull off a good straight face, and this guy just bought it hook, line, sinker, and it was just because I made it. I guess it sounded kind of official, didn't it? I mean, due to FAA regulations, and because you work in a senior community, you got to use kind of a funny word just so it doesn't sound bad on the radio.
Sure.
That's pretty funny.
With your straight face.
I
thought you always looked a little gay to me, but whatever.
I went and saw the Lego Batman movie today.
Oh, how'd that go?
Pretty well. It's not as good as the original Lego movie.
Was it funny?
Fuck you, Wayne.
I was using a minute on film thing.
It wasn't. That was part of it. It wasn't as funny. Like, some of the jokes were just like, oh, that was amusing.
It didn't leave you in pieces.
No. There were a few jokes that I did laugh out loud at, but it's kind of, to me, and this is going to be a bad example because I know people lose their shit for this movie, but to me it was like Deadpool. Like, it was mostly amusing, and there were a few moments that were really, really funny, but overall it was just like, oh, that was amusing, but it was a really good movie. I'd say like 4 out of 5 stars. Like, I definitely recommend people go see it. I was trying to pay attention to the cameos in it. Speaking of cameos, so the first trailer for the Emoji Movie was in front of it.
Oh, okay. How was that?
I don't know. Like, it kind of gives you an impression of what it might be about.
Emojis?
In the sense of like what kind of story it might be.
It's a love story of emojis.
But first of the half of it is the emojis. One of the emojis is just talking to you, and it's the sarcastic emoji. And what I did love about it is that it was played by one of my heroes, Stephen Wright.
Nice.
Why is the emoji thing so fucking popular? And did you know that is not a poo emoji?
It's an ice cream.
It's an ice cream. It's a chocolate ice cream.
But they changed it. Now it is officially the poo.
And the poo emoji makes a cameo in the trailer.
Oh, does it? Okay, yeah. Cool.
I heard it's a pretty shitty scene.
I have to agree with you, dude. I have to agree with you. That's a good one.
Good job.
See, now that was more of a like 8 to 10. That was pretty good. I liked that.
I liked it.
By the way, Wayne, the thing you just saw, that was the thing I was like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let it go though.
Let it go.
But yeah, I didn't intend to go see the movie, but I was playing a video game and my mom called me and she's like, "Hey, can you bring my purse to me at the movies?" Because she was going to see the 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades Darker. That's where they sleep with black men.
Her and her girlfriend were going to see it. Yeah, I know, girlfriend. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Actually, I wasn't even thinking that.
Yeah, okay.
None of us were.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's your mom, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Mom's is off limits. You fucked up, dude. Talk about your mom.
That's completely off limits, man.
But she was like, "Yeah, can you bring my purse to me?" And I was like, "I guess,
Well, couldn't she just borrow yours?
Yeah. Why didn't you say, "Mom, I left mine in
Okay,
your car."
so the lesbian joke was off limits, but the gay joke is.
Well, we're attacking you, dude. It's okay. Yeah. It's different.
No, it was weird because like I didn't mind bringing it to her, and I was like, I'll go see if Lego Batman's playing, I'll go see that. But what I didn't think about was the fact that I was gonna have to get out of the car holding the purse. It's a big ass purse, by the way.
It's not. I mean, did you work it?
Yeah, I mean, you had to walk out with it like, this is mine, bitch.
No, I did the opposite, which I probably shouldn't have. I looked like I was carrying like a nuke or something like that. Like I was kind of.
And
the best part was, Rum wouldn't know this, but at the Clearview Mall Theater, which is the one she was going to, there's they started doing that thing where like we're going to turn our movie theaters into a nightclub.
Right.
So there's like a bar on the outside. So I'm passing the bar. And normally there's never anyone there. Never. Mm-hmm. This time there's like 10 people. Most of them were facing away. There was a party of like 3 girls in their early 30s.
And they were all hot.
At least, somewhat, And so I'm like,
And you should have walked up to him and said, "Hey, girlfriends, how are you?"
Look what I got it.
It could have been your opening, dude.
Penny.
You could have been like that.
Those look real. Can I feel?
Yeah, exactly. You could have been their gay best friend, but not really.
Oh my god!
Gay.
Oh hey, mom.
Hey, mom. Here's your purse. Hey, we can still be friends.
Let's touch bellies.
It would be a little easier for me than it would for them. But yeah, that was embarrassing. And like this one woman was getting out of a car with her teenage son, and I could kind of feel her eyes upon me as I was walking past.
You know what? Then you just look at them and go, just throw your hands on your hip and just walk away.
I was like, it's alligator. Jealous much, bitch?
Just little teapot it. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
You look at the son and go, "Don't worry. 10 years, you'll be doing this shit too." You walk away.
Or if I was Wayne, 6 more years, bitch.
Or say, "This is what my mom bought me."
Mm-hmm. You're next. I mean, what?
So yeah, there was that.
I watched the movie last night. I didn't get to watch it all yet, but I'm gonna finish it because it's my son's new favorite movie. Trolls.
Oh, okay, Trolls. I saw it.
Yeah, the animated movie.
That's the one Amy said she saw you watching.
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
Like, you know what she said to me?
What?
She says, just out of nowhere, she's sitting there, it's quiet, we're just watching some TV. She went, "Huh?" I said, "What?" She goes, "Oh, Wayne's losing man cards." I said, "What?" She goes, "He's watching a troll cartoon." I said, "No, it's probably a good movie, or he wouldn't watch it." I said, "Oh wait, no, it's Wayne."
Oh, fuck you. No, actually,
she was just like, "Why is he watching a troll movie?" And she probably forgot. Well, you have a kid.
Yeah, that's it. Like we were watching it, and like he just won't stop watching it. Like he watches it over and over. You should watch
Troll Hunter with him.
And it's not a bad movie. I mean, it was okay. To me, it's got too much singing in it, but it's all right.
Well, it's got Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick.
Oh, I don't know who the hell the people are in the movie.
Is that the one? Is that the one that has that one line in that movie?
No. I know who both those people are. What I mean is, like, I didn't know that those people were in the film.
Yeah.
What was that? What the line in the movie I saw in the promo? It was something like the little troll people or something. He goes, "Was it make Daddy happy, give me slappy?"
What?
It was guy wanted a high five, and he said, "Make Daddy happy, give me slappy." He went, "No."
That sounds really
something like that.
Yeah,
it's a really weird
scene.
In the movie. Like in the beginning of the movie, it's a really weird scene where there's like this the villains in the movie, they eat trolls. They're like Gargamel, that ate the Smurfs. It's basically a Smurf ripoff. Completely.
Isn't that kind of talk about how weird that is?
But these guys eat the trolls to be happy. That's what makes them happy. Supposedly.
Gargamel was happy when he was eating Smurfs.
Yeah, but it was just kind of like a weird thing.
Did any of them actually get eaten?
No, of course not. So at the very beginning, there's this thing where the little boy is like the prince is becoming the king. Mm-hmm. So it's his birthday, and they're gonna do whatever, I forget what it's called, troll something or other to eat him.
Pause for a second.
It's that month.
We're actually having this conversation. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway. So the weird part is like the dad's sleeping and the little boy's like screaming at him to get up, and he won't get up. So the little boy rips open his shirt where his chest hair is and grabs hands full of his chest hair and just yanks it out. And that's in this movie, and that's why I said that was really strange.
Mm-hmm.
By coincidence, I saw something with the word troll in it this morning. It's called Troll Hunter. Troll Hunters.
Yeah, with the giant thing that they find like in the snow, they're hunting trolls.
Norwegian troll.
No.
Oh, is it the cartoon?
Yes.
All right, he's talking about the cartoon, Rum. There's an actual movie called Troll Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is called Troll Hunters, and it's Guillermo del Toro produced.
Wow. Okay.
What's interesting is that this was apparently the last thing that Anton Yelchin worked on.
No shit.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, Anton Yelchin was the kid
He's a famous tap dancer.
Yes. No, he was the guy who
played Chekhov in the new Star Trek movies that Rum hates.
Right.
And I didn't recognize it at first until the end of the first episode when it goes, in memory of our beloved troll hunter, Anton Yelchin. I was like, oh, fuck. And they do that at the end of every episode. So it's really fucking depressing. But it's actually... So DreamWorks made it. Guillermo del Toro produced it, and
kind of looks like the Train Your Dragon type of animation.
DreamWorks made How to Train Your Dragon.
Right.
But
So,
it actually is pretty close to that. Like, they must have put a lot of money. It's not as well illustrated as How to Train Your Dragon, but that was a multi-million-dollar budget.
Right. This is like old school animation, right? It's
no.
Oh no,
No, it's the same type of animation.
Okay,
It's just not as.
Because when I saw the thumbnail for it looked like just regular old school, you know.
No, it's all digital animation.
Oh, okay.
I'd never get
But
the
it's
thumb.
really high quality for a TV show,
Yeah.
and it's a really good show.
Is it around like, what was it, the first wave of Star Wars shows? It looks like that.
No, it really looks like How to Train Your
styles
Dragon.
and anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Also, Kelsey Grammer's in it as one of the trolls.
No, that's
And,
Oh,
not far.
nice.
I highly recommend you check it out. Like, it's really, really good, and I was shocked, but you know, I totally enjoyed it, and I've only seen like 5 episodes because I had to go to work, but I'm gonna keep watching it. And
Cool.
the only thing is, like, it kind of makes me sad because what I thought about was like, you know, this show's really good. You know, if it does really well, they're gonna want another season.
Well, they'll just get someone that sounds like the dead guy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it.
That's kind of awkward. I feel like
No, that's cool. I'm good with that.
so.
You're good with imitations of dead people?
Yeah, I mean, it keeps them alive.
I got you.
It's like Egyptians, you know, you write their name down a few times or you impersonate them. They're, you know,
And you pee on them. I understand.
Sorry, keep getting messages from Gary.
Gary! Uber Gary.
So-
Well, gentlemen, I am going to have to go and pick the Amy up.
Okay.
That's
Well,
cool,
we can
man.
go for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, we only have a few more minutes anyway. You know.
Well, don't get angry, because people, when you listen, Adam's anger will pass to you. So be careful if you're listening to this and driving.
Yeah. Goose Faba.
You know what, Rum? It's a good thing that you're useful to me for when I want to go to the One Tree Hill convention.
So okay.
Otherwise, I would just stop talking to you.
I can't believe there's something called the One Tree Hill.
It's actually called Return to Tree Hill,
Jesus Christ.
and it's awesome.
Is it really that big of a show?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I didn't think. I did not think it
It
was
lasted
that big.
9 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn. I
How much
thought
is
it-
that?
At
just
one
bad.
point, it was the CW's longest running series.
I only thought it lasted like 5. My bad.
No, it lasted 9. I mean, it should have only lasted 7 because,
3.
or actually 6, because like the last 3 seasons were really brutally bad. And I actually stopped watching after season 6.
Well, gentlemen, I have to go and trank my dog, apparently. So,
And
All right, man.
You just said you were going to get an Amy. Is that a
well, I got to
euphemism?
trank the dog first, and I don't mean my penis. I meant my dog.
He means
Okay,
both.
that was gross. All right, Rum. Well,
All right,
you know,
Rummy.
folks, that was the Rum Guy.
Take
All
it
right, Joe. Y'all have a good one.
Take it
and
easy, brother.
later.
All right.
All right. There goes Rum running off to do Rum things with
So, well, let me finish that earlier
Rum
story.
people and stuff. All right, go ahead. can do
So
it.
I was talking to that chick at BSI,
Yeah.
and she the subject of which you're roughly familiar with, Neal Adams,
Yeah.
famous Batman,
Oh,
just
yeah.
came up, and I mentioned that
He's such a sweetheart.
that he's a believer in the Hollow Earth theory. Like, I made a joke about it,
Right.
and she's like, "What?" And so I explained, like, he believes in the Hollow Earth, that the Earth was originally the size of a walnut and it just expands over time. And she's like, "Oh my God, that's so disappointing. I can't, like, that actually makes me no longer respect Neal Adams." And I was like, "Really?" Because I don't give a shit. Like, I'm like, I don't respect him because he's an asshole.
Right.
And she's like, "Well, there's that, but just the fact that he could believe something like that." And I was like, "Who gives a shit?" I was like, how does it affect your life?
Dude, there's like several. I mean, I don't get that at all because there's like more people out there that believe in shit that I don't give a fuck about than anything in the world.
Well,
but it's not like I'm looking at
that's part of what I'm getting to. So I just said, like, who gives a shit? Like, how does that affect your life? And
Yeah.
she's like, "Well," and I was like, "It doesn't. It doesn't affect your life. That's the answer." And so she starts arguing with me about this shit, and I'm just like, "So what? Like, fucking Dan Aykroyd believes that he was picked up by aliens." She's like, "That's different because that you don't know that he hasn't been." I was like, "Yes, I do." She's like, "How do you know?" I was like, he hasn't been picked up by aliens. I'd be willing to bet a lot of money on that. He hasn't been, and I don't care that he believes it. It doesn't affect my life. It doesn't affect my opinion of him. I like some of the movies that Dan Aykroyd is in. That's what my opinion of him is, and that's all it needs to be. And she starts arguing with me about shit like, well, what, do you have children? I said no. I said I got a baby godson. She's like, all right, well, what happens like if your godson is one day taught by someone who doesn't believe in evolution? I said, well, I will set him aside. I'd probably have a talk with the school, but I said I'll set him aside. And I said, well, okay, this is what we believe that science tells us, that, well, as far as we know, this is what that chick believes. You're all gonna believe whatever you want. Like go do your research, figure it out for yourself. But he's not gonna end up a retard. No offense to retarded people.
Right.
But he's not gonna end up, because like ultimately, all that defines your intelligence in life is how curious you are. That's it. It's not what you taught. We both went to Catholic schools, right? I believe.
Yeah, I did. I went for.
Did you go to catechism?
No, because it was actually taught in school.
I went to both. I went to Catholic school and catechism. I'm not a Catholic.
Right.
It's not that I wasn't taught all the same shit.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was taught more than you, because like we had that argument about the Holy Ghost thing. Ultimately, it doesn't work for me. I'm a believer in evolution. Like I don't understand all of it, which most people don't, but I know enough about it. Like that sounds like that's probably what happened. Let's go with that. So that's my point. It's like your aptitude is defined by how curious you are and about what, and that's it. Like, you could go to a school that teaches creationism. If you're a naturally curious person, you're gonna have questions like, well, wait, how does that work?
Right. Yeah.
Well, what about? I just read this on the internet. How does that work with this? You're going to ask questions. If you're not a naturally curious person, you're probably just going to believe in creationism.
You're going to be like, okay, that's cool.
But if that's the case, you're not going to be an evolutionary biologist, which there are only two reasons that you really need to know evolution. If A, you're going to be working on that part of biology, like in your studies, or B, you're going to teach about it. That's it. Other than that, believing in evolution has no fucking effect on your life whatsoever.
Nope.
In fact, somebody could be a brilliant at science in a different field, whether it's computer science or engineering or something like that, and still be a creationist. Has no effect. It's a different field of science, So I started arguing with the chick, and she's just like I just think, and I'm just like, shut up.
She got that girl pissed off on you.
Well, I just, like I said, I believe in honesty and being rational. Rationally speaking, it does not make any fucking difference if Neal Adams believes in the Hollow Earth theory.
No.
No one is going to listen to Neal Adams talk about science and go,
That guy who draws funny pictures, he's really good.
He used to draw Batman really, really well. He must know a lot about the nature of the Earth.
No, he just knows a lot about fucking Batman.
Right. No one's going to do that. So if the guy wants to go on YouTube and make those videos, who gives a shit? We go on the internet and we say bad words quite a bit.
Yeah.
Does that, actually, I think we have more effect on people's lives. Neal Adams does, but
I think so too.
But the point, that's my point. We don't fucking pretend to know everything.
No, fuck no.
We're just very opinionated people. I just I was trying not to get into it, but I was just aggravated by the stupidity and also the judgment. Like, how dare he believe in the Hollow Earth theory? Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, that fucking piece of shit. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
people are fucking stupid, man.
And I think part of it was later on she mentioned that she was like a geologist or something like that. And that's fine, but still,
I hate math.
Like, go fucking have a conversation with oh, you dick. Go have a conversation with Neal Adams then. Go explain it to him. I don't know.
Yeah. Teach Neal Adams what the people that live inside the Earth look like.
But yeah, just if I could just leave one message for people, just fucking be honest and don't be a dickhead. Mm-hmm. You can disagree with somebody and be a normal human being and not suggest that person needs to be punched or that person needs to go to jail or that person needs to shut up.
I think a lot of people need to be punched.
The idiot that I was just arguing with, which I'm not, he responded. I'm not going to respond to it. I'm just going to let it go. But he's welcome. He's not going to be convinced by the fact that I'm right. That I presented facts. He has presented that doesn't make sense. He's not going to be swayed. So, all right. go tell people.
Is he more of a leather kind of guy?
I don't know. I don't fucking know the person.
Okay. You said he's not gonna be suede, so I just was wondering if he was a leather kind of.
All right, and we're done. All right. That's that might be the last joke on the MHOG podcast ever.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're proud of yourself. I'm disappointed in you.
I was good. I like that one.
And I'm gonna go say hi to my godson.
I missed the Rum Guy already.
I do too, because at least he had like a funny story.
Hey man, that was fun. That was good.
You brought nothing.
Yes.
All right. So
anyway,
he's been your host, Wayne.
I've been Wayne.
Oh, and don't forget, we're still doing the Unholy Nights. Are we still doing the comedy thing?
So far, yeah. As I talked to Kyle today, so. Yeah.
Oh, he said, cool.
Yeah. So.
All right, well then, cool. On Fridays, there's gonna be comedy from 6 to 8 p.m. If you're in the New Orleans area, you can go out to the Babylon. Like, you might be the only guy there, but you're welcome to try it.
Yeah, come out and just throw down.
And then on Saturday nights, Daniel Brugger or Damien Brugger of Brugger's Barbecue has been showing up, and you should go and please support local people, and and if you're not from New Orleans and you're not in New Orleans, go support someone local in your area.
That's right. Stick a finger in somebody.
And more than anything, support the metal hand of God.
That's right. Because
you just gave the devil horns to the fucking computer.
I did.
That was hilarious.
It's like, yes.
You didn't even accompany with it. You were just like, yeah, motherfucker.
That's right, because that's what we are.
Silent horns.
Anytime you say the words metal hand of God, you should fucking put those up. That's it. So you just got to fucking do it.
I just rub my dick every time I say
whichever, that's good too.
So I've been your host, Adam.
And I've been Wayne.
And that was the Rum Guy.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to
keep it horny. Keep it horny.
Horny! Yeah!